be less overwhelming and would
provide.
provide.
Last week in the month, I think, as well.
No, we haven't
Not
done
exactly. Yes.
Okay, calm down.
What are you trying to say? I mean, there's something unsaid.
Well, okay. I'm not rushing, wishing away the time, but I just actually thought, okay, because Monday is 25th, so I just thought, okay, I mean, but anyway. So I don't think, a lot has been said about the Chrisland saga. I'm glad the investigation is, ongoing there, and I really do hope.
But how do you make out the revelations that were coming afterwards? I mean, it started from a very, very faulty argument, rape, and then the backlash of, here is the video, and then people started saying, this is not rape. Kept talking about the girl, and some people came out to say, why are you not talking about the boy?
Exactly. And the fact that we only saw the mom on the video.
I mean there was a boy in that video.
Where are the men? Where are the dads?
There's a boy in that video, so why aren't we talking about
boys in that video?
This boy or those boys in the video?
Watching, yes.
How are we not even sure that it was a boy taking that video, Okay. I mean, the boys were there, so why are we talking about the boys?
Right.
Then again, the account of this young lady that was found, this child. I mean, I'm not even this child.
It shows that she's been left on her own for a long time.
So I heard the father is a naval officer, the mother is probably just absent, and she was making those videos at home. Some of those videos were made at home.
Well, I didn't see the Likey video. What was he like?
The twerking,
being
very suggestive.
Dancing. I mean, she's a girl, she's a child, really. But you see, our children have been exposed. Like you talked about parents. I had to be looking at my 12-year-old.
Do you really know this child?
Do I know what this girl is?
Yes, I think every parent has to go back and like...
man.
Yes. And I hope we all... Because this is all... I mean, it's not good that this happened, but it also helped me start conversations that would have been awkward with my kids.
Exactly.
My kids are older and stuff, but we're able to gist about it. Think, okay, what would you do in this situation? Let me see what they will say. Let me see how they will react.
Try to read their minds.
And I hope every parent took the opportunity to start a conversation about this, because then you can see how your kids feel if they're like, because my 15-year-old was the one that said, okay, but mommy, why is everyone talking about this girl? There were boys in that video.
Yeah.
And it struck me too that even though, yes, that's true.
Really?
Everyone's talking about the girl. No one's talking about the boys because they're also as damaged as this girl. That's what we don't know.
If not more.
And also, there's the focus of sex education. I know people have been talking about this for a while. You know how it seems like it's on holy ground. Don't go there with kids. It is not the clean type of topic to be talking to, So I guess we have to go beyond that.
It's awkward for a lot of people, particularly if you are raised in a traditional home. It may be awkward, whether a man or a woman. It is very awkward to sit your girl down, your 12-year-old, 10-year-old, and say, let's talk about sex. But I think it was Ronke that said there are language specific for different age-appropriate discussion that you. So I think parents should learn.
Yeah.
Parents should not think that I know it or I'm just going to go through this thing. Should learn.
One thing that has become more and more evident is that if you do not do it, they're going to learn it. Yes.
Exactly.
And you do not have control over the first information that they get on this topic is. So it's better to take the step and be the one that tells them, set the foundation, create the background, so that whatever else they learn from there. I mean, it's not. I know it can be more difficult than we're making it sound, but at least they would have heard about the concept from you.
Absolutely.
And it would not be strange or something that completely gets their attention in a way that they have all these questions and then they're asking the wrong people the questions.
I promise you, it's actually not that difficult because, we think it's difficult. Parents, you are raised, I was also raised in a home where my mom didn't, all I heard was you start your period, if you touch a boy, you get pregnant, I'll kill you, and I'll kill you and send you out of here. So for me, I was deliberate to do it differently. And so from age 1, I start to say things. If you follow my handle at Talk Mommy, I actually put up a post there that shows you step by step. If your child is between 0 to 3, there are things you can say from 4 to 5, from 6 and until they're 18. Because if they're not coming to you, and also create an avenue where they can come to you with this question.
Yeah,
your child is coming to you and say, okay, how do people have children? Get out of there. That's all you're thinking about. If they're not coming to you with questions, trust me, they're going to Google or they're going to their friends. Somebody's answering their question. So have an approachable and a good environment where they can come to you, and don't be shocked at some of this question because they're talking about in school. They're talking about masturbation, they're talking about fingering, and then you are telling them, hey, you're talking nonsense.
You can't hear that. And these times have shown us that parents, we talked about it, Kibuki and I think on Monday, you have to be more intentional. Gone are the days when you think a parent is just about being married and having kids. These days, you really have to be intentional about the things that you do, the things that you choose for your children, the things that you say. It's about intentionality.
And not just when you have girls. I see people with boys who are just very lax, a lot of people. And then people keep saying, we're only doing things for girls. We're only things...
At least boys will not get pregnant. That's what they will tell you.
That's what they think.
Boys can't get pregnant, so they cannot shame
a lot of the men I know were disvirgined by their nannies.
You use a word.
Housekeepers.
Damaged.
Yes.
Some of these boys are really, really damaged. They've been destroyed. So they'll grow up be battering women.
Carrying that baggage around.
They'll grow up being very unruly, abusive, and I mean they cannot even make a good society. So it's important that we even focus on both of them, and not just say we're doing this thing for girls.
Absolutely.
Intentionality, like you said, for me,
boys
a
and
parent
girls
should be intentional about what they do. And these children are growing very fast today. They are very confrontational. They can ask questions. I mean, there was a day my little girl was asking her mother, "You always watch Netflix on television, and we don't get to watch the Netflix. Why don't we get to watch our own content?" I mean, the 7-year-old was challenging her mother. Why don't we get to work our own content? Why every time you're always watching the movies?
Because I'm the one paying the bills.
Really?
I mean, that sounds like the kind of answer that traditional parents would give. Don't ask me that. I'm the one bringing the money. So
no,
calm down.
Exactly.
Okay.
Wrong answer. Wrong.
But I think we should also put in that you can do all the right things and then the kids will still turn out wrong. I mean, there have been examples of parents who taught their children well, who... I don't know.
That's subjective. I feel that's very.
That's why
subjective.
I said it's not everybody. It's not everybody that happens
well, it's
to.
relative also. So you're at home, for example, our parents were you are home, and so but you're not having conversations, you're not communicating, but you're home. Doesn't mean you're doing all the right things. This is story for another day. To be honest,
apparently.
Okay, the presidential pardon. Do you want to take a short commercial? Let's take a short commercial break. This week also was when a lot of people had a lot of talk about the presidential pardon and what it signifies. For a lot of people was significant. So we'll talk about the significance after this short commercial break. Don't go away.
Splash FM 105.5.
You know what it look like? We put the good in the good life. Right, so lit, them I look twice. Not because I look nice, but because I'm covered and I look nice. So brother, that's a look, right? As the money done choke, I put my team on. Now we all making the killing the cheese long. You can never be scared when you stand big IBTC shirt. For you, me no send nobody. For you, we shot us cover me. For you, me no send nobody.
Get covered with life insurance from Stanbic IBTC Insurance. Visit stanbicibtcinsurance.com to learn more. Stanbic IBTC, a member of Standard Bank Group.
Attention! This now boarding announcement for passenger we won't travel with Nigerian Idol season 7. Watch the live shows every Sunday for Africa Magic Urban and Family for 7 p.m. Download my GoTV app. Make you fit the vote for your favorite idol. GoTV. Love it.
Some people go just promise you berekete, but they go only fit give you bear. Some no go fit do past bere. If they too try, some fit struggle give you bereke. But you see glow, they no go just give you berekete. They go even give you berekete plus join
Yes, so when new and existing Glow users enter Glow Bracket Plus, they will begin enjoy 100 Naira MB bonus data on top every first recharge of the month, another 60 MB bonus on top every other recharge of the month, and another 400% call time bonus. And if you be new Glow subscriber and call, now 1,000 Naira bonus credits, then go first take knock you welcome on top all the recharge them. This one pass all four. This one now Bracket Plus. Just dial *777# or activate new Glow SIM. Make yourself fit get joy on top your unlimited value. Waiting for Glow Bracket Plus. Glow, joy unlimited.
Computer technology has changed the way we live and see the world, and it's only the beginning. Come and equip yourself for a future in tech with skills such as web and app development, product design, data science, and more at Deluxe Coding School. No prior computer knowledge is required. This is an avenue to start a career in tech for 16-year-olds and above. Are you looking to switch career and become a tech guru? Then enroll for our expert-led project-based coding school today at Deluxe Coding School. You get to enjoy free internet and 24/7 electricity supply within our premises. Our 3-month course goes for 150,000 naira, 6 months, 200,000 naira, and 300,000 naira for a whole year. For more inquiries, call 0903 256 5436 0903 256 5436. Our office is located at Technicon, St. Matthias Junction, opposite Deluxe Tutors, Orogun, Ibadan. Deluxe Coding School, your gateway to a career in tech.
My whole family is proud of the engineer I have become. I owe this success to my mother and a lot of other people, but also to football and the great build as I learned the sport. The rejections taught me to keep fighting. The long hours taught me discipline. Knockdowns taught me to bounce back. And those unexpected victories that taught me to never give up. Nourish and energize your kids with Milo Active Go to help them succeed in sports, because the great they learn in sports, they keep for life. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! No matter where you go, no matter how we be, I go always say for you. Anything where you talk, or whatever you drink, I cannot be the back for you. All I ask in return is that you treat me a little better. My hygiene, your own toilet cleaner. It's a win-win for me and you, so make we win.
Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. With a new and improved taste. It's delicious and refreshing. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Real wonder. You need to try it first.
Easter deals.
What's that about?
Easter is here again, and Samsung is celebrating the season with some amazing deals on select devices. When you buy the Samsung A23 phone, you get a free Bluetooth headphone alongside. And when you buy the Samsung A53 phone, you get a free Galaxy Fit 2 smartwatch. And the deals will run all through the month of April.
What are you waiting for? Go get your device at the nearest Samsung authorized store and benefit from Samsung's Golden Easter deal this season. Hurry now while it lasts. Happy Easter.
When I wake up in the morning, I need something to help me start my day. Start my day. Pick 4, 5, 6 has DHA. It helps my brain to grow. It helps me to be smart. Oh, my own milk, Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah. My own milk, Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah. My own milk, Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah. My own milk, Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah.
Ìyá ọlọ́gbọ́n. Èwo lẹ̀ ń ṣe?
Mo ń ṣe oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Pick 456.
Oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Pick 456 kẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó ní àlékún DHA, èyí tó ń ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn ìdàgbàsókè ọpọlọ tó jí pépé. Bákan náà ló tún ní káṣíọ̀mù, fítámìn D àti onígà ńlá protein láti mú àwọn ọmọ rẹ dàgbà kí wọ́n sì lágbára.
Mo fẹ́ràn ẹ̀. Màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fi mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Pick 456 tó ní àlékún DHA, èyí tó ń ṣàtìlẹ́yìn ìdàgbàsókè ọpọlọ tó jí pépé fi kún àwọn èròjà ìṣaralóore fún àwọn ọmọ mi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Dàgbà kó lágbára kó sì jáfáfá pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Pick 456 lójoojúmọ́.
Ebuka, I send you 1,000 naira. You go load 8,000 naira. Be this boy in Apuara there. Eh?
Oga, no. As you make plenty call. Now why use Ovajara load the card?
Bam! Get 8 times your recharge plus double data on Ovajara. You also get 1,000 naira bonus on every new SIM activation. Dial *544# from an existing SIM to obtain.
Oh yeah, take. Go buy food for Mama Chi, please. Make sure add Ovajara.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Okay. Péjú. Ta ló lè sọ ohun tí mo fẹ́ sè?
Ó ń lọ tìrín lẹ́nu.
Jẹ́sìkẹ́.
Ṣé mo lè fọwọ́ mi yí dáadáa?
Jẹ́sìkẹ́.
Ó ń lọ lẹ́nu dáadáa pẹ̀lú ọbẹ̀ ẹ̀gúsí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ gẹ́lẹ́ lórí.
Ọbẹ̀ yọ̀ ńkọ́?
Ìyẹn lè kú.
Ọbẹ̀ ẹ̀fọ́ ńkọ́?
Orí yìí pé dáadáa. Ó yá, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ pọ̀ oúnjẹ yìí lórúkọ tó ń jẹ́.
Honeywell semolina.
Honeywell semolina ń lọ tìrín lẹ́nu. Kó lé láti rò. Adùn ẹ̀ sì bù àyà. Honeywell jẹ́ àyò fún gbogbo ọbẹ̀ tó ń ṣara lóore. Honeywell semolina, oúnjẹ aládìídùn tó ń lọ tìrín lẹ́nu.
Every day is a good day when you've got what it takes. Cowbell evaporated milk gives your body what it needs. Stay nourished though. Happy Cowbell Day, creamy goodness so.
Cowbell evaporated milk is delicious milk that is carefully formulated to retain its creaminess and great taste.
So creamy, so good.
Cowbell evaporated milk. So creamy, so good.
Mo jẹ́ abiyamọ tó níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́, mo sì jẹ́ ìyàwó ilé àti alámòjútó lágbègbè mi. Nípa ìdí èyí, ọwọ́ mi dí púpọ̀. Ìwọ̀nba ni àkókò tí mo ní láti lè máa ṣe àbẹ̀wò lóòrèkóòrè sí ilé ìwòsàn fún gbígba oògùn adènà ìlóyún. Oògùn adènà ìlóyún alábẹ́rẹ́ àdálò lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣoṣo fún mi ní oore ọ̀fẹ́ àti ààbò àìlóyún fóṣù 3. Mo lè dá ara mi gún ní abẹ́rẹ́ yìí pẹ̀lú ìbàlẹ̀ ọkàn. Oògùn adènà ìlóyún gígùn ara ẹni lábẹ́rẹ́ ti fún mi ní agbára láti pinnu ìgbà tí mo tún lè lóyún bí mo bá fẹ́. Ó sì fún mi ní òmìnira nínú àsìkò tó péye láti dá irú obìnrin tí mo jẹ́ àti ohun tí mo bá fẹ́ láti dà.
Fún àlàyé sí lórí àdálò abẹ́rẹ́ adènà oyún àti àwọn ìlànà ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí mìíràn, ẹ pè 321 lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lórí ojúpo ìpè Airtel yín nìkan tàbí kí ẹ kàn sí ìtàkùn àgbáyé wa discoveryourpower.org. Ìkéde yìí ń wá pẹ̀lú àtìlẹ́yìn àjọ elétò ìlera ìjọba àpapọ̀.
You don't want. Join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Fridays for 1:30 p.m. on Top Splash 105.5 FM. This one, now Boxer Street Tunes with Bajaj. Give away plenty.
Hello, ibo ló wà? Mo ti ń bọ̀, mo ti fẹ́ dé. Jọ̀wọ́ yára o, à ń jáde lọ fún ìṣaralóge lẹ́yìn náà. Èmi ni máa sanwó ẹ̀. Níbo, ìṣaralóge nìkan ni. Ìwọ tó ṣiṣọ́ lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá pé kò sówó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ìyẹn kí n tó jẹ káàdì ẹ̀bùn tí iye owó ẹ̀ jẹ́ $1,150 náírà. Ìyẹn 150,000 naira nínú Zenith Better Life promo season 2.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Zenith Bank ń pín ẹ̀bùn tó tó $1,150 ìyẹn 150,000 naira fún àwọn ogún oníbàárà olóríire lọ́sẹ̀ méjì nínú Zenith Better Life promo season 2. Láti kópa, ṣí àkáǹtì Zenith Bank kó o sì fi $5,000 sílẹ̀ sínú ẹ̀ fún oṣù kan. Béèrè, o sì gba káàdì rẹ, bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lò ó yálà káàdì àfojúrí ni tàbí torí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára. Lẹ́yìn náà, forúkọsílẹ̀ fún *966# tàbí Zenith Mobile Banking. Kò wá tó síbẹ̀ o, àwọn olóríire márùn yóò jẹ ẹ̀bùn àgbàyanu tó tó $500,000 náírà ìyẹn 500,000 naira lóṣù mẹ́ta. Àǹfààní yìí wà fún àwọn oníbàárà tuntun àti ti tẹ́lẹ̀ láti ọjọ́ kìíní oṣù February 2022 títí di ọjọ́ kọkànlélọ́gbọ̀n oṣù January 2023. Ìlànà àti àdéhùn wà o. Zenith Bank, fún àǹfààní ara rẹ.
Milo! When the world looks at my child, they just see an energetic 8-year-old. But I see more. My Lucy is going to become captain of our school volleyball team, keep excelling in class, and do great things one day. I see a champion. So when I give her Milo with her breakfast every day, it's all part of waking up that champion in her.
Don't just wake up your child, wake up the champion in her. Let Milo Active Go and the natural goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa help wake up the champion in your child every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Honey, must you go?
Babe, you know I must. Besides, you can always video call me.
Hey, what if your battery runs out?
I've got my power bank.
Hey, and when your power bank runs out?
Babe, I've got my laptop.
Okay, wait. What if your data runs out?
Babe, you know we never run out of data.
Never run out of data with Airtel Home Broadband Unlimited Ultra plans. Enjoy unlimited data with no speed cap plus extra data daily, so you never have to worry about running out. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to get started.
Babe, but I just left the house.
Yes, honey. It's video calling all the way.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
You plan to fail when you fail to plan. That's why I start my day writing out my to-do list. Make important calls? Check. Finish that project I've been struggling with? Check. Meeting with that impossible client? Check. With my to-do list looking like my have-done list, I truly deserve a reward. One piece of chicken with rice or fries plus one Pepsi.
Coming up.
Yeah, my KFC Streetwise one. Double check.
Chop knuckle jaw as you celebrate your little victories with the new KFC Streetwise 1. KFC Streetwise 2 and 3 now also come with Pepsi. KFC, it's finger licking good.
When you see people eating together, licking fingers, laughing, sharing banter, you can be sure it's Devon Kings matter. Lives, families, happiness, Devon Kings makes bonding moments more fun. So nourish your belly.
When it comes to smoking on, naturally not seasoning, Devon Kings. Enjoy the taste that binds with Devon Kings.
Devon Kings is available in stores near you.
Gbogbo ọjọ́ jẹ́ ìrìn àjò. Bí a ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọjọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan, láàsọ bí ọjọ́ náà yóò ṣe parí. Bí a ṣe ń ya ara wa sọ́tọ̀ nínú oṣù mímọ́ Ramadan yìí, fọkàn rẹ mọ́ pẹ̀lú àdúrà kí o sì ṣe ara rẹ lóore pẹ̀lú picnic láti sàárì títí di àsìkò ìṣínu. Ẹ kú òǹgbẹ o. Ramadan Kareem.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Mo jẹ́ abiyamọ tó níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́, mo sì jẹ́ ìyàwó ilé àti alámòjútó lágbègbè mi. Nípa ìdí èyí, ọwọ́ mi dí púpọ̀. Ìwọ̀nba ni àkókò tí mo ní láti lè máa ṣe àbẹ̀wò lóòrèkóòrè sí ilé ìwòsàn fún gbígba oògùn adènà ìlóyún. Oògùn adènà ìlóyún alábẹ́rẹ́ àdálò lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣoṣo fún mi ní oore ọ̀fẹ́ àti ààbò àìlóyún fóṣù 3. Mo lè dá ara mi gún ní abẹ́rẹ́ yìí pẹ̀lú ìbàlẹ̀ ọkàn. Oògùn adènà ìlóyún gígùn ara ẹni lábẹ́rẹ́ ti fún mi ní agbára láti pinnu ìgbà tí mo tún lè lóyún bí mo bá fẹ́. Ó sì fún mi ní òmìnira nínú àsìkò tó péye láti dá irú obìnrin tí mo jẹ́ àti ohun tí mo bá fẹ́ láti dà.
Fún àlàyé sí lórí àdálò abẹ́rẹ́ adènà oyún àti àwọn ìlànà ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí mìíràn, ẹ pè 321 lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lórí ojúpo ìpè Airtel yín nìkan tàbí kí ẹ kàn sí ìtàkùn àgbáyé wa discoveryourpower.org. Ìkéde yìí ń wá pẹ̀lú àtìlẹ́yìn àjọ elétò ìlera ìjọba àpapọ̀.
Splash FM 105.5.
Welcome back. Thank you very much for sticking around. And of course, together we have been talking about some of the stories that made headlines, trended this week. And of course, we're moving to the presidential pardon that got people talking just this week. The headline about a few days ago where Christian Association of Nigeria condemned the presidential pardon of Joshua Dare, former governor of Plateau State, and Jolin Yame, former governor of Taraba State, who were both serving jail terms for stealing public funds. Bayo Oladeji, CAN spokesperson, in an interview with Premium Times on Tuesday, accused President Muhammadu Buhari of promoting the same corruption he had condemned while seeking power. Remember when we were talking, when people made it seem as if it was the first time, and you just did a history back to where presidential pardons have started from. It's not even just a Nigerian thing. I think Trump even Trump did something like that. Yes. So
I mean, we did something about that on Tuesday.
Yes.
For me, I wouldn't talk so much about this. It's disincentive. It is disincentive, even though the law permitted or gives that window for the president to do it. It's a provision of the law. But the point is, how do you think ICPC, EFCC officers who are involved
after
in
doing
this,
all the working,
exactly, after grueling investigation, and then you throw this at their face, these guys will have to walk free, and then also, what are you saying to those who probably will be corrupt tomorrow? And then you think that, I mean, after doing this, if I have a friend in the presidency who can help me work about clemency, I'll get it. I can tell you a short story about something that happened when I was joining NYSC. A very, very terrible story. This young boy stole money from Intercontinental Bank. He used to work with there. So we went to the bank that day. The incident happened. He was taken to the police. And then they invited his elder brother to come. And then when I leaned on the counter and asked him, how much did you steal? And then he mentioned that ridiculous amount. And the man slapped him and said, you should have stolen enough money for us to hire a lawyer.
Wow.
And he walked away. And the other brother walked away and said, you stole money that we can't even get a lawyer with. I mean, if you wanted to steal so much.
Go big or go home.
Exactly. So imagine such a thinking. Imagine such a thinking. It's disincentive when you set, thieves free.
Yeah.
I don't have any name for Dari or Jolin Yami. They stole. They're thieves.
Exactly.
Anybody who steals is a thief.
Absolutely.
And then if you, like one of my bosses used to say, if you do the crime,
he was ready to do the time.
Do the time.
Because these are kind of my things. I mean, imagine being at home with your children. your 10-year-olds. And like you said, that's why we have to, I mean, if we call it speed, people will be having these kind of conversations in their homes with 10-year-olds, and you hear that this person has stolen, they are walking around, there are messages that we're saying, and what we don't know that we're breaking down the fiber bit by bit of society as we continue to do this kind of thing. So
let me be the spokesperson or the mouthpiece of the Yeah. I know this was going to be hard.
Disclaimer,
but
she's just being the boss is dragging.
Thank you. If you look at the statement that was put out by Garba Shehu, this I think was just yesterday or 2 days ago, they were defending, and they say that it's mostly on compassionate grounds. These governors, as well as other convicts, had some health issues, and based on that, the president and the National Council of State decided, to give them pardon. Particularly what he had to say, and I'm going to quote that part, is president would at the same time have come across as insensitive and cruel to most people were he to have ignored very compelling cases recommended for pardon made to him because someone is a former governor. Even governors have the right to be treated fairly under the law. And they say that this move, unlike what is being analyzed, is not going to discourage this president's and this administration's drive towards anti-corruption, and that it is still on track. But do Nigerians believe? I mean, are people confident in this explanation? I would think not. I think a lot of people are disappointed, and that disappointment stems from the fact that it is President Buhari. President Buhari was seen as the man for anti-corruption. I mean, that was mostly the thing we heard in 2015. I mean, body language. Who forgot body language? When after he won election, there was power for like weeks because as at the time, it was being speculated that even the distribution companies didn't want to act in a certain kind of way. So everybody was acting right. And then you come and do this. It's going to raise a lot of concerns. Wike said it well. I think Wike said it most. And the Punch newspaper even interviewed some officials of the EFCC and the ICPC who said that this is a demotivation for them. They say that they don't know how they want to go ahead and do their jobs anymore. Having spent the time, spent the money, and then are seeing something like this.
It is demotivational, and I think see, when you want to do things like this, there are limits to how you could go about it. I would have thought that if somebody was given 35 years, he has spent 23 years or 25 years.
Exactly, thank you.
Then you can pardon.
Then you can say, okay, he's old, maybe age,
2 years,
he's 85 and he's still in prison, and then you can just let him go. But someone who is still young, at the age of this Jolly Nyame and Joshua Dariye, it means that in some years they could probably get back to contest for election.
Let's not even forget that there were some people who felt at the time that these guys got their conviction that the time they got was too small for the crimes that they were
now they're getting pardoned.
Exactly. So it just feels unfair when someone who stole yam or cell phone is languishing.
Do anything,
yes,
burnt to death. I've seen one in Okeado, seen one that 110 that here around this place, and people steal motorbike and Nigerians burn them and they are burnt. That they die, they pay this rent price, and then somebody stole billions of naira, and then he's walking free.
Absolutely, it's a pity. All right, so I'm looking at. I know everyone's already also talking about the 100 million naira fee for election forms, but I'm torn between taking phone calls down so that we
can take phone calls
because we already know that, so you can you can react to that as well. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who's speaking, please?
Charles from Yanoto.
All right, Mr. Charles, go ahead.
On the pardon by the president, what I'm concerned about is, as the money they returned, it's not only to pardon them. That money has to be returned because it belongs to a state. You see, this is why it's related to the issue of Mr. Falabalola that was canvassing for an interim government, which is tantamount to calling for an indirect coup. You see, these lawyers are not helping Nigeria.
Hello, Charles. Seems like okay. 0809-155-1055, 0805-699-8678. You can let us know what you think of what we're talking about. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
My name is Adebayo. I'm calling from Ibadan.
Great to have you here. All right, what's your comment?
I'm a medical doctor. I've been privileged to go for outreach in Agodi prisons. The excuse that Garba Shehu is giving that those former governors were pardoned on health grounds is not a terrible excuse. If you go to the prisons, a lot of the prisoners there were not sick before they go there. But because of the conditions, terrible conditions in the prison, overcrowding, it has made a lot of them to have their health to deteriorate. So a lot of them, based on their health, they ought to be pardoned. So it's not a tenable excuse to be saying that they pardoned them because of their health status. It's not a tenable excuse.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, it's true, but everybody cannot get a pardon. Everybody cannot. How many thousand prisoners do we have in Nigeria? Everybody cannot get a pardon. So it is the people that have connection or someone that can speak for their case that will make the list.
It's even prerogative of mercy. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ronnie G.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
I think this is Jeruka.
Oh, okay. Barrister.
The new hour.
Welcome.
The new hour.
Yes, welcome.
All right, now you said, what is integrity? A person and the person has integrity when his actions explain his words, and when his words justify his actions. That's when the person says to have integrity. You see, the current government has no integrity at all. That's when the very beginning. When you form it, they call it a progressive party. And you install at the head of that party a conservative. And not a conservative for that matter. That party is a fraud. It's not that progressive party. The president we have is a conservative and not a conservative and a federalist. So that's the beginning of their business. Now you see when they said they were going to fight corruption, they were defeating Nigeria. People like us could know that there is no northern political military elite that can fight corruption. One, because they became everything they do. Because Nigeria was a completely corrupt country. If Nigeria were not a completely corrupt, many of the northern military political will never become what they do. Never. So I somebody said going to fight for the meeting. Yeah, is that possible now? The only reason the president contested election in 2003, 2006 was that he found it abominable that a southern Christopher that as president of Nigeria, what the British Canadian master told them will never be allowed to happen. That's why was the best way about it was shedding tears. Not because we want to stop people stealing public money and embezzling public money or public money. That is the culture in Northern Nigeria. That's what they want to do in the present moment.
But that's your opinion. That is not the fact. We can't say for certain that that's the reason the president contested.
I can give you verified evidence.
Okay.
I will never say anything on it that I cannot verify. Never.
Okay.
When the pension chief who was brought back and just promoted, didn't everybody know Iran was suspended for stealing pensioners' money? I mean, there was a governor after
we have
Thank you, Barrister Joke. You're holding up the line. Thank you so much.
We've got to go. Actually. Okay. But he mentioned something about Mena being promoted. I'm not aware of that.
It happened, actually.
Mena came back.
Not promoted, but he came back. He came back. Okay. And then he was arrested.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
This is Oluwaseun Julius.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah. Now, this week, what will get me talking is this statement by Mr. President that
we are safer.
He has fight insecurity to a standstill.
And that we are safer now.
The best. Huh?
That we are safer now than before.
Yes. That we are safer now than before. But after, I think 2 or 3 days ago, there's a place in Maduguri, Gedam, in Yobe, that was still invaded as well by these terrorists. These terrorists or bandits. Now, a couple of weeks ago in Plateau State, something like that happened. Now, you see, Mr. President, Mr. Jeruka said something is when your word match your action, then we say you have integrity. Honestly, today in this country, Nigerians on their own will be able to tell their stories. And I don't know, maybe the people giving Mr. President report on his table are trying to change it. People like Lai Mohammed, Garba Shehu,
Femi Adesina. Maybe they are giving him wrong information about the situation of things in this country. But we want to tell him that Nigerians are worse off and things are not well the way it is before. But the only thing is, Nigerians, Giwa, Oluwaseun, have a pleasant weekend. All of you, God bless you all.
Thank you. On Facebook, we have Thompson Masagi that says the pardon is premature, insensitive, and laden with corruption. All right.
Yeah, somebody also said we should mention training your child in the way of the Lord. I mean, if that's your forte,
yes, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think the recipe for training children, there's no one. Or so whatever you want to put in there, just do all that you can. Do all that you can. Do your best. All right. Thank you very much for being a part of the show today. We've got Tifun Cheddar coming up at 9 o'clock. I'm Ronke, Giwa, Onafuwa.
It seems every time that the government says that we are safer, ISWAP and the rest will reply. Taraba State, you remember what went on? There was about 30 people at the marketplace, bombed. Well, thank you very much for listening. I'm Oluwaseun of Akinola. May Nigeria survive.
Amen. Good morning. I'm Charity Jerome.
Splash FM 105.5.